Hi everyone, welcome back to Shibumi Boat Build, our channel, and today we're going to paint the forward section from the forward engine bulkhead, which is right behind me here. Everything else is painted in the back, and we're going to paint all the rest of it if you just pan up there. And we're going to paint with the floors to do, that'll be in the second stage, and we're just about to clean out and dust the last section of it. One little job that we're going to do is, now I don't know if these were in the original design, I could check but I can't be bothered, but these ribs here are continuing from the engine girders, which are all beefed up from the back. So Darren's just cut these, and David, and we're actually going to weld these tops in here before we paint, so that we're strengthening these and we're having the chance to buckle. And we're also going to do higher set there as well, the shorter ones. And we weld those in first, and then we clean it all out. It is all sandblasted, it's just dust on it, it's all fine. And then we'll paint them. So that's what we're hoping to do today, and we'll take little videos as we go. So we're just going to start painting soon. We've managed to get the webbings in on the tops of these four. I'm thrilled with them. Darren cut them all and polished them, and David sanded them, and they're all welded in. They're welded in inside on the frames and also into the bulkhead and the frame. So solid pieces of metal now that these plates can never move. I don't know if they were ever supposed to be there, but they're there now, and they do continue the centre four girders of the boat, and they just bring it a bit forward. So hopefully now later on we'll get on with the painting. So it's been a fairly long day. Nearly got to the end of it. All the floor to do tomorrow, and the anchor locker, but essentially all of that's been now primed with the new primer, which is great, instead of yellow, and we'll just try and get the rest of it done tomorrow. Hi everybody, welcome back. This is the next day from last night when I painted and finished all this. It was quite slow because I got the thinners ratio wrong, so the gun had struggled to get it on, but it's baked on overnight. The morning sun, and we've a bit of a heat wave here in Ireland at the moment with 20+ degrees, which is doing us wonders. So today I'm going to finish vacuuming out the whole floor here, remove this deck. The fake floor is gone now. Take this deck out of it and hopefully paint all this today and get all this finished. So the boys then are doing a weird job, and we're going to take a time lapse of this maybe. Come up. So essentially the radar arch is has been sitting there for years. I've just come around to it there now. So that's the radar arch here. So believe it or not, years ago I designed hinges and hydraulic rams to cut away into those and mount them and have them so that they're the whole radar arch can be tilted back, because by the time we have massive antennas on this, just in case we need to go under a low bridge anywhere down the line, we never know where we're going to go with this thing, that this can be dropped back even for craning purposes. So Darren and David are going to build a whole frame in scaffold to that we can tighten down and support the fly bridge while we fit the hinges and cut it, but maintain its exact position. So sorry about the wind there now. Today. It's the same day we're going to go painting the front cabin tonight. So what these are troughs, we call them, but they're actually cut-ins in the floor. There's a pair of them there. They're for davits, stainless steel ones that will get made, that'll swing up and hang a rib off the back of it. So they've been completely restored. They were all rusty inside. Don't know when you're going to see that. So there it is. And the gas locker, which is across the back of her here. So there's a bit of cosmetic work to be done there on tidying up where rust was, and inside it's all cleaned out now, ready to be sanded, and then it'll get blasted. So what else is happening? Adam is cleaning we just call it the back seat really, so excuse the hoover. I'll go up on the fly bridge. So there's Adam working away, tidying out that one. It's all full of rust, and the scaffold is up now for the radar arch, so that's now supporting it. That's going to get strapped down to it, and then the scaffold itself will get strapped down along the way. So we'll be doing that next week, because right in these corners here is going to be a big set of hinges that I've had made with years that are hydraulically controlled to lower the whole radar arch back to horizontal. So outside, you can see the white of the inside of the hull now starting to look good, and can I see it down in here? The bottom of the floor still. Oh no, it's not going to work. We'll cut this. Yeah, there you go. Nearly had it. There it is. There. So that has to be painted. Yes, I've just spent hours this morning. Early this afternoon, hoovering that out. Every last grain of sand is dirt and rust and everything has gone out of it. So this is the thruster tube in the front. Inside and that will sit a hydraulically controlled propeller and motor above it. So this is getting the once over from David, and it's not all done yet, you can see. And basically we'll be sandblasting this still, but basically just to get any of the main crispy rust off that the sandblaster will have difficulty with, and it'll leave us back to bare metal. So that's done. We'll just have a look at the other side. So essentially in the next couple of weeks we're going to sandblast the outside of it. So there was edges on the previous run that hadn't been finished, even though we raced ahead and did it. It was just the wrong thing to do, to be honest. But now that we have the time before we blast, every bit of this is going to be completely, even if it means like there, adding more weld and then shaping it back, then we will. And basically we'll end up with the way it was up the bow where I started, where it's completely smooth and it just looks like a fiberglass boat on the outside. And then literally it's just a case of painting it and making it look nice. So major progress going on here today. Dara's in underneath, tipping up various bits and pieces where we just had little spots that we needed to weld, just little tiny bits underneath, and they just needed to be ground back. So we're on a kind of a grind and get ready for blasting in a couple of weeks time, once the inside is all done. And the stern tube, now this is rusted, and I actually drilled a hole in it when there was so much water in it years and years and years ago. I drilled a hole in it because water was leaking down into it, and you can see the little hole there which I'd close up. It's completely dry now, but that's what we were looking at. And this end here, which as you can see is perfect, just needs a little grind, but it's perfect. That was all very badly rusted, and I actually thought it was eaten into, but the minute Dara tidied it up, and I get the light to pick it back up again for you. There we go. The minute it got cleaned up, it's perfect. So there's a few welds there along the bottom that we're just beefing it up just to form the shape, and they'll all be ground back. And we still have, waiting for very little wind, or we cocoon, and we still have to weld in the stern tube on the outside. The inside is completely welded, and you see how the new little what would we call them, little tabs we put in to steady up the rudder on the inside, burned right through and penetrated really well into the hull. So I'm very happy with that. So it might be a bank holiday Sunday, but it's all go here. Well, there's be 4 people working full time on today. The boys are doing bits and pieces as I showed you, and we're just getting so much done. So over here is the water tank now restored. I won't say restored, it's stainless steel, it was going nowhere, but it had quite a lot of debris inside in it, and snails and general horribleness. So that's been sterilised, it's been power hosed, it's been hand washed on the inside, it's been flushed out about a zillion times, and it's going to get its manhole covers back on it and sealed up, temporary, and then we'll get it into the boat. So if you look at it, it's actually like a little boat, because it copies the exact front of the boat. So they're the forward frames, so you can see it's much narrower, and then it sits across 3 frames of the boat, 3 ribs, and at the back it's much less angled, and that will sit in about 2 inches under the floor line of the boat and hold 1200 litres of fresh water for us. And it's baffled in 4 different places. You can see the 4 little sections, and believe it or not, through those 4 holes you can actually touch every square inch of the inside of it, inside, upside down, all the different bits and pieces, all which are just your arm in the hole. You can actually scrub the tank out completely, so very happy with that.